In this video, I'm going to cover off what's been going on in my portfolio for the month of June. Things have changed quite a bit. For those of you who've been following me for a while, you will know that I used to hold lots of different portfolios all across the place, and I have basically pulled everything back into my Trading 212 ISA for this financial year. So what's been going on in this year's ISA? I've set this up so that I'm going to have a couple of pies. First pie will be my ISA pie, and that's basically just made up of ETFs. I will just keep putting £250 a month into there. I may top that up a little bit. I've got a little bit of money coming in on a transfer shortly, and that will move across. But the other thing that I'm looking at doing is building a monthly dividend portfolio as well. So they're going to be the two different portfolios. Let's jump in, have a quick look at the ISA. At the moment, got about £780 in here. This one's up about 4.1%. Reasonably happy with that. And what do I have within this one? In this, the holdings that I have are just these four different ETFs. And if you remember back, I have set this up to basically replicate VWRL, so the all-world ETF that Vanguard have. It has an ongoing charge of 0.22. I've managed to bring this one in with the weightings that I've got here at about 0.1 ongoing charge. I have, first of all, the one with the largest percentage weighting is the USA. So that's the S&P 500 ETF. I then have emerging markets at about 15%. I was hoping that China was actually going to do something. It isn't doing a great deal at the moment, but we'll wait and see what happens. I've then got FTSE 100, which is just bubbling along. Not very much going on there. That's weighted at 10%, and then the final 10% in the developed world, excluding the UK, so VERX. And within this one, I'm just have an automatic deposit comes in, and Trading 212 just automatically then auto invest that in. All of these go ex-dividend on the 15th of June, so I will be looking forward to a bit of a payout coming shortly, and that will be quite nice to see. Monthly dividend. I have moved the majority of my invest account across that I had in Trading 212 last year has come into here, and I sold out of nearly everything that I had in my old free trade account, and I've moved that across. This is down a bit, and it's down a bit for a couple of reasons, and we'll see in a second. Holding about £1,900 in here, and we're down about the same as I've made in the other pie, down about 1.73. What am I starting to build in here? Because I reckon this is going to take me a while to actually start to fill this. I'm trying to buy things, one at a price point that I want to buy it at, but also looking at trying to bring things in along with the ex-dividend dates as well. My largest holding in here is Realty Income. I've gone for that because that's just the monthly dividend player. Have a look at this video that I've done on it previously, and that just pays me about £2.30 per month coming in, and I just reinvest that straight back in. I'll then look at the next largest, and then I'll just go through everybody else, is IUKD, iShares UK Dividend, pays a dividend in around 6%. I'm just looking at building on that. What else do I have in here? I've got Renewable Infrastructure Group, so TRIG. I have Legal and General. I then have British American Tobacco, which pays me quarterly. My banking coverage is Lloyds Banking Group. I've yet to buy anything in here, but I've got a little bit of time because they don't go ex-dividend until August, and I'm just looking to buy in at a decent price on that. Taylor Wimpey, I have ages before they even think of going ex-dividend, and that's in October. Vodafone, one of the two stocks that I do have in here that has literally just gone ex-dividend, and I'm just waiting on the payment coming through in that. Vodafone took a bit of a battering. Have a look at this video that I've done where it is one of those companies that are paying an 8% plus dividend, and just as I bought this, they laid off about I think it was 11,000 people, and we ended up losing a lot of value on that stock. Rio Tinto doing really well. It's been absolutely on a rip recently, as we can see from this chart. There we go. Over the past week, this has gone up from about £50 per share, and we're now up at about 53.5. Pretty good run in the last few days. I've done a video recently on Rio Tinto versus Anglo-American. Why not check that one out? And I actually went for Rio Tinto over Anglo-American just because some of those key metrics were giving me a better sense of growth in the future. Sainsbury's is the other one that has literally just gone ex-dividend on the 8th of June. I've just got a small position in there, and that has obviously come down as a result of that going ex-dividend. Then looking at primary health properties, another one of my quarterly playing stocks. I'm looking to build a little bit more into that, but I need to be quite careful because I don't want to weight really heavily towards REITs within this, even though I do quite like that primary health properties, GP practices, etc., all buying in. So this is government-backed money paying for this real estate. Four more that I am looking at buying into is IG Group and Intermediate Capital Group. I might do a comparison video in the near future on IG versus ICP and see what people think. And then I have IB stock, so supplier of clay and concrete building materials. I'm looking at this, but I'm also looking at, I believe it's Fort as well, and I might do a little bit of a video on that, because as we start to come out of whatever we come out of, it may be that we go into a bit of a slump and a recession over the next period. What that may be is a great time to have bought in while things are at good value, and allows us to then grow that dividend and reinvest and see that compound interest kicking in. And then DS Smith, also looking at this one, just got to figure out when is the right time to actually buy into this. And it's got a nice little dividend of 5.1% in there as well. So that's basically what I'm looking at on my two pies within this portfolio. You know, really building up that ETF pie with those 4 ETFs, and also build this monthly dividend portfolio as well. Why not go and have a look at this video that talks about some dividend ETFs? Thanks very much for watching. See you in the next one. Cheers. Bye.